Hello, my name is Lynda Ross and I'm an accredited practicing dietitian and senior lecturer here at QT. Today I wanted to talk briefly on patient-centred care, sometimes referred to as a client-centred or person-centred approach when outside the hospital setting. And I wanted to do this from the perspective of the dietitian. Patient-centred care is about treating a person receiving healthcare with dignity and respect and involving them in all decision-making about their health, and it is linked to a person's healthcare rights. Professional standards for dietitians recommend this approach in order to provide and facilitate an effective dietetic service. This involves not only collaboration with the patient, but requires effective and deliberate collaboration with appropriate others. This includes, importantly, medical personnel and nursing and allied healthcare workers. This type of collaboration creates a client-centred environment that is very much conducive to being able to achieve client outcomes, better working together, of course. Australian competency standards for dietitians include key stakeholders to help inform the dietetic approach and help influence change. And of course, for influencing eating behaviours for health, it certainly helps if we are all singing from the same songbook. That is, everyone from the GP, the specialist, the community nurse, and in-hospital nursing and healthcare workers, other healthcare workers, whether it's the physio, speechy, psychologist, social worker or OT, are we all saying the same thing about nutrition? And that is, nutrition is important. A patient is much more likely to take on advice if they hear consistent key messages, and this requires two-way communication between dietitians and other healthcare workers. This last slide shows a conceptual model of patient-centred care in dietetic practice, and I just wanted to point out the main areas. The collaborative practice, as already mentioned, communication is key, and we're looking at the dark blue area there. This is between the dietitian, the patient, and any shared care provided by the GP, specialist, nursing, allied health. In fact, anyone who is involved in the healthcare of that patient. It is so important to be aware of who else is caring for the patient and what their goals may be, and to let them know your involvement and your goals. This can be done via letter, email, phone, or even through the patient. Shared decision making is another important area in the light blue. It is a logical consequence of good communication between carers. It's an interactive process between the patient and the other parties involved in the healthcare of that patient. It's about involving the patient in decisions around their own healthcare, and therefore it's also about shared responsibility between all parties involved. And finally, holistic care in the red. It makes sense to be able to provide and facilitate an effective and patient-centred service. You need to understand the whole person. How can you do that if you're not aware or do not understand what else is going on with that patient when they visit the GP, when nursing staff do their rounds, when the physio arrives? And how can other healthcare workers do likewise if they are not aware of the nutritional issues of the patient, where good nutrition or targeted nutrition and resolving nutritional issues can help speed recovery, contribute to someone's strength and independence, and many other influences as part of their hospital care and their everyday care at home. So this has just been a quick overview of patient-centred care from the dietitian's perspective, and I hope it has been useful. Thank you.